Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I've got an interesting card for you today. This is for all my gym bros out there who love to get sweaty in the gym, or for those ladies out there who just want to have a great, lovely spa day. And lastly, for those of us who spend way too much money on our little furry friends. And they're right. Just say hello. There you go. All right. Today we're talking about the Wells Fargo Attune card. Now this card is really interesting because it covers some niche categories that you're not going to see like with your typical cards that are covering your dining or groceries, gas. This is more for those categories that you didn't realize that you really spend a lot of money on, and this covers more than you would think. So let's look and see if this card is right for you. Now first I'm going to give a broad overview of the categories, and then later we'll go in depth just so you can see exactly what it is that it covers. So as you'll see, this intro offer is not as strong compared to most other cards. You earn $100 if you spend $500 within the first 3 months. Now I mentioned that this card has a feel-good theme of supporting the environment and stuff like that. So you'll see they'll donate $50 to Capital Link if you do fulfill this spend. Now these contributions will go towards Capital Link's solar power initiative. Well, they are looking to provide solar power for people within the health center community. Now, as you can see, these are some different and more niche categories. Let's break down what exactly is inside these categories, and I think there will be at least one thing that applies to every person. Starting off, we have the self-care category. This category earns unlimited 4% on gym memberships, spas, and salons. So some examples of this that they have are beauty and barbershops, gym memberships and fitness studios, health and beauty spas, and massage parlors. So if you're somebody that loves to take care of your body, you go get massages all the time, you go get nice haircuts, you go to the gym, and some of these gym memberships are getting out of control. I mean, in LA Fitness, which is covered under this category, you can spend like $100 for a membership. So if you're spending that much, no reason to not get 4% back on that. And I would even consider for all my guys out there, maybe going to a spa. You don't know. You might enjoy yourself. You never know, okay? You never know. Okay, our next category is sports, recreation, and entertainment. And this has 7 subcategories, which is a lot. So let's take a deep dive and see what we can earn 4% back on. So our subcategories are create and collect, gardening and floral, other recreation and leisure activities, pet care, sports and recreational equipment, sports and live entertainment tickets, streaming, music, movies, and books. So under the qualifying merchant categories for create and collect, you have artist supply and craft shops, camera and photographic supply stores, hobby, toy, and game shops, photo finishing laboratories and photo developing, sewing, needlework, fabric, and piece goods stores. So under the merchant examples, we have stores like Etsy or the Lego store. Yeah, I know that got your attention. The Lego store. All my Lego fellas, stand up. Who's seen the Lego movie? This guy has. I've seen the Lego movie. Okay, so moving on, we've got gardening and floral. The qualifying merchant categories are florist, florist supplies, nursery stock and flowers, nurseries, and lawn and garden supply stores. And this is for all my boys and girls out there who love to take care of their garden and their lawn. It looks so good. How do you do it? It's just so pretty to drive by. Just keep up the good work. Next up, we've got other recreation and leisure activities, and this goes way deeper than you ever expected. This is like a conspiracy theory. I mean, it just keeps going. Let's take a look. So under qualifying merchant categories, we have aquariums, seaquariums, dolphinariums, and zoos. Dolphinariums. I've never heard that word in my entire life. Can somebody back to okay. Amusement parks, billiard and pool establishments, bowling alleys, circuses, carnivals, and fortune tellers. I don't know why, but fortune tellers being a category that's covered under this just makes me feel good. You know, it's just like if I wanted, I'm not going to go, but if I wanted to, I could get 4% cash back on it. It's like, maybe I'll go. Whatever. I'll go one time. Okay. Dance halls, studios, and schools, public golf courses, recreation services not elsewhere classified, sporting and recreational camps, tourist attractions and exhibits, trailer parks, and campgrounds. So as you can see, this is our third category, and there's so much covered under here. I mean, this card is just, if you don't know what card to use, you use this card. Moving on to our next category, which is pet care. Our qualifying merchant categories are pet shops, pet foods and supply stores, and other miscellaneous services. So as you guys can see, this little fella right here, I know most of us have a little furry friend and we spend way too much money on them, but it's totally worth it. It's worth it. Okay, so for our fifth category, we have sports and recreational equipment. Under qualifying merchant categories, we have bicycle shops, boat rentals and leasing, marinas, marine service and supplies, motorhome and recreational vehicle rentals, sports and riding apparel stores, and sporting goods stores. Some merchant examples are Academy Sports, Dick's Sporting Goods, or brand retailers like Adidas, Nike, Under Armour. And we're only on our 5th category. Just hang tight with me. We're going to keep chugging along, okay? Moving on. Sports and live entertainment tickets. We've got bands, orchestras, and miscellaneous entertainers, commercial sports, professional sports clubs, athletic fields, and sports promoters, ticket agencies, and theatrical producers. So if you're somebody that frequents concerts, football games, basketball games, this does have Ticketmaster as a merchant example, so you can really take advantage of that category. Lastly, we've got streaming, music, movies, and books. For our qualifying merchant categories, we have bookstores, cable and other pay television, digital goods media, DVD videotape rental stores, large digital goods merchant, motion picture theaters, music stores, musical instruments, piano and sheet music, and lastly, record stores. Something important to note is looking at the merchant examples, you see Apple, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Hulu, Netflix, Pandora, Peacock, Prime Video, Spotify, Premium, YouTube TV. They've got it all. And I know you have at least one of these, right? Or what do? Actually go outside? Loser. You actually see the grass? I haven't seen it in a long time. I miss it. Okay, now moving on. That was only our 2nd category. We've got one more to go, and that is planet-friendly purchases. And luckily for your sanity, these subcategories don't have a laundry list of items below them, so I'm just going to go from top to bottom. Planet-friendly purchases cover antique shops, bus lines, EV charging stations, local and suburban commuter passenger transportation, including ferries. Wow. Passenger railways, and other transportation services. For all my antique shoppers out there, this is probably a nice little surprise category that you weren't expecting. This also is great for people who are commuting not with their personal vehicle and using some sort of public transportation. So if you've been looking for a card that earns on some of your more niche categories that you actually spend a decent amount of money on, this is a awesome card for that. A couple things to note before we go is that this card does have the $600 cell phone protection and zero liability protection. This is also a World Elite MasterCard, which gives you some extra benefits like 24/7 concierge service, among other things. Wells Fargo has made an interesting move with the Attune card, and they continue to build themselves as a competitor in the credit card space. Let me know what you guys think about this card. Are you going to get it? Do you already have it? Does it cover some categories that you're like, oh my gosh, this is perfect? If you're impressed with Wells Fargo, I've also covered their autograph card, and you can check that video out here. Other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please consider hitting that subscribe and like button, and I hope to provide more value to you guys in the future.